What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Wednesday, September 7th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 6-game slate tonight. So let's take a picture at the looker position. Let's take a look at the pitcher position. So 2 studs that I like, Alex Manoah and Yu Darvish. Out of the 2, I think I prefer Alek Manoah. He's pitching against the Baltimore Orioles. He's only giving up a .485 OPS versus righties, facing 3 righties. The Orioles have hit 15 of his last 71 pitches. That's a .211 batting average. Alek Manoah is $10,900 FanDuel salary, $400 less on DraftKings, averaging 37 fantasy points per game on the season. He's been on fire, scoring 50, 46, and 43 fantasy points in the last 3 games. He has an ERA of 2.49. Record is 13-7, pitching an average of 94 pitches per game. So I like Alek Manoah here versus the Baltimore Orioles. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. Now, there's a lot of value on this slate, so you absolutely should have enough money for a couple of stud batters here. So I like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got a 31% batting advantage over Dean Kramer. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. batting 12% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .950 OPS versus righties. Dean Kramer pitching 19% worse to lefties as he does his other pitches, so he's pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .893 OPS versus righties. And I like this pick because of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is 4 for 8 with a 2.181 OPS because 3 of those hits were for home runs. He's $4,100 FanDuel salary, $2,000 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has a batting average of .276. So I like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. here versus Dean Kramer. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. Here's a value play. Take a look at Brendan Donovan. He has a 41% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Corey Abbott. Brendan Donovan batting 9% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .778 OPS versus righties. Corey Abbott pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 33% worse than his other pitches, giving up a 1.139 OPS versus lefties. Now there's no at-bats versus Abbott yet, and Brendan Donovan only $2,400 FanDuel salary, and only $400 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has a batting average of .287. So I like Brendan Donovan here versus Corey Abbott. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. So a stud pick here is Manny Machado. Let's see if we got someone else here. Yeah, we got another value play. Take a look at Nate Eaton. He's got a 77% batting advantage over the low salary pitcher Cody Morris. Nate Eaton batting 5% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .751 OPS versus righties. And Cody Morris pitching is 73% worse to righties as he does lefties, giving up a 1.214 OPS versus righties. Now I like this pick because Nate Eaton, only $2,000 FanDuel salary, 100 more on DraftKings. Now he's only averaging 6 fantasy points per game on the season, but he did score 9 and 37 fantasy points in the last 2 games. He had 2 and 5 at-bats. So his at-bats per game only averaging out to be 2.3 per game, which is a bit of a concern here, but he's basically minimum salary, so I think he is worth taking a flyer on here if you're looking for a deep sleeper pick. So I like Nate Eaton here versus Cody Morris. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. I like Nico Hoerner. He's got a 15% batting advantage over the low salary pitcher Mike Minor. Nico Hoerner batting a .727 OPS versus lefties. Mike Minor pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 19% worse than his pitch to lefties, giving up a .863 OPS versus righties. There's no at-bats versus Minor yet. Nico Hoerner is $2,700 FanDuel salary, 800 more on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He's got a batting average of .283, so I like Nico Hoerner here versus Mike Minor. Okay, moving on to the outfield position. I like Ian Happ. He's batting against the low salary pitcher Mike Minor. Ian Happ batting a .746 OPS versus lefties. Mike Minor pitching his worst ball versus switch hitters, giving up a .838 OPS versus switch hitters. Now, there's no at-bats versus Minor yet. Ian Happ is $3,100 FanDuel salary, 700 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .277, so I like Ian Happ here versus Mike Minor. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.